Okay, hello and welcome. Welcome to the last video of the book. Now, this is the last video of the book, but I I do have videos for the test, and I want to be clear about something here because sometimes I'm speaking about the speaking test, and there will be a class where I will talk about, hints and tips about giving a presentation. Now, yours will be on Zoom. Whether you recorded it and are going to show me on Zoom or you're going to do it live on Zoom, it's the same. And these tips, whether you're giving it in class or giving it on Zoom, the tips I'm going to talk about will be the same. But sometimes students are too shy, are afraid, or whatever the reason might be, they don't want to ask a question in class. And then what happens is I get a lot of messages with students all asking pretty much the same thing. So I also have a video for presentation, what you should and should not do. So please, before, and I'm going to say this one more time, before you send me a message with a question about what you can or cannot do for your presentation, watch the video. Then, if what I'm talking about is not there, what I'm trying to say is, if the answer to your question is not in the video, then send me a message asking me your question. But please, don't just send me the question, because if I talked about it in the video, I'm going to send you back a reply. Please watch the video. The answer is there. So please, watch the video first, and then if you're still not sure, or if the answer to your question is not there, then you can send me your question. But of course, the best time to ask me a question about the speaking test is in Zoom class, even if it's a private chat, because any question you have, other students might have the same question. And you know from past Zoom classes that when somebody sends me a text in Zoom asking me a question, I never say a name. I just answer the question to the class if I feel the class needs to know. So I know I'm going on about this, and I should be starting with the reading, but this is the last video for the class, and I just wanted to be sure before I see you in Zoom class that you watch the video for the presentation. That's all. Because any questions you might have, I'm pretty sure I covered in the video. All right, now enough about the questions and so on about your final speaking test. That's going to be covered in your Zoom class. Right now, the video will be what we wear, reading. This is the second part of the fashion unit that we are doing. In the first part, a name came up with one of the questions, who said what? And there was a name, and it was Jessica Quirk, and I said, you don't know who she is right now. She's not part of the TED Talk video, but she is in the same unit. We will be finding out more about her in the reading part, well, here we are in the reading part, so you're going to hear about her and what she has to say, or what she thinks as far as clothes. So without talking any more about that, let's get right to it. And of course, it doesn't work. Now it works. Okay, so look at the photo and read the caption only. So here's the photo, some clothes. The caption, the science of style. What is this article about? If you need to pause, pause now. This is only for A, only A. Pause now. Okay, without looking at the reading, just the photo and the caption, this is what you should have circled. How people's clothes make them feel. Now, for questions 1 and 2 in part B, you're supposed to quickly look at paragraph 2 and paragraph 3. Not read it, just quickly glance it, right? I'll even read the instructions so that you clearly understand. Look at the title of the passage, The Science of Style, and quickly read the first 3 paragraphs, then answer the questions below. So this is asking about paragraph 2 and paragraph 3. Quickly, not actually reading, just quickly. What is paragraph 2 mostly about? What is paragraph 3 mostly about? You can pause the video for as long as you need now. Okay, welcome back. All right, you should have just quickly looked at paragraph 2 and paragraph 3, and this is what you should have circled. Paragraph 2 is a description of an experiment. In paragraph 3, how special clothes can change people's behavior. So the answers here are C-A-B, or CAB. C-A-B. All right, now let's get to the reading. Now, as soon as I change the slide, there's going to be a short pause, and then you're going to hear the speaker reading, and then it's going to automatically change to the next slide. I just want you to be ready. So please be ready. Be on page 79 in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
The science of style. Deciding what to wear in the morning is a challenge for some people. We often worry about what others will think of us because of our clothes. But researchers are beginning to think that our clothing has an equally powerful effect on how we see ourselves. Scientists Adam Galinsky and Hayo Adams report that there is science behind our style. In their research, Galinsky and Adams had some participants wear white lab coats similar to the ones scientists or doctors wear. Other participants wore their normal clothes. The participants took a test that measured their ability to pay attention. The people wearing the white coats performed better than the... Galinsky and Adams think that the white coats made the participants feel more confident and careful. The researchers also believe that other kinds of symbolic clothes can influence the behavior of the people wearing them. A police officer's uniform or a judge's robe, for example, increase the wearer's feeling of power or confidence. And in workplaces that have a dress code, symbolic clothes may also affect how well employees do their jobs. Fashion blogger Jessica Quirk believes that our clothes greatly affect how we feel about ourselves. According to Quirk, there is joy and luck and confidence in what we wear. On her blog called What I Wore, Quirk posts a photo of what she's wearing every day. She says that people should pay more attention to what they wear. For example, we should choose a look that makes us feel more creative and happy. One way to do this at work is to dress up for the exciting job we want, she says, not the boring job we have. Another way is to wear special clothes that mean something to us. For example, Quirk wears one pair of shoes to all her important meetings. They are her lucky shoes. As Quirk points out, and as researchers have discovered, our clothes are like our second skin. The clothes we wear can affect our behavior. They can also tell the world something about us without us having to say a word.
Okay, so I apologize for the little skip there from going from one page to the next. I did check it many times and it worked, but for some reason it didn't work here. So, but anyways, we've read the entire other article. Now you know who Jessica Quirk is, and we're going to go back to Galinsky and Adams. I'm going to read the bottom part here. Now pay attention. In Galinsky and Adams' experiment, participants saw cards with different colored words on them. Participants had to say the color of the word they saw, not the word itself. The people wearing the lab coats said the correct color of the word more often. The researchers believe that wearing lab coats made the participants pay more attention to the test. Their behavior was, in fact, more like that of a doctor or a scientist. I think we all know this. We've seen this on many sites. You know, you quickly go through and you see the word of the color, but it's the word is not the same color. So, for example, you have the word blue, but the color is red. You have the word yellow, but the color is green. And in the test, they quickly go through each of these. All right. So here we go. So for all the questions about the reading on pages 79 and 80, go ahead and look at this and then circle and write what you think the correct answer is. You can pause the video for as long as you need. Now. Okay, welcome back. You have circled and written what you think are the correct answers. So here we go. Clothes we wear can affect how we feel. Number 2 is long, so don't worry, you will be able to pause and write down the answers, but here we go. What are some examples of symbolic clothes the writer mentioned? What effects can they have on the wearer? So I'm going to have both answers in one. So what are some examples of symbolic clothes? Okay, they talk about white coats make people feel more confident and careful, and then what effects? Police officer uniforms or judges' robes make people feel more powerful and confident. All right, this is for number 2. You can pause the video for as long as you need to write now. Okay, welcome back. You wrote down the answer for number 2 and you're ready to move on. So let's move on. All right, so writers often use phrases such as believes that, says that, reported that, thinks that to show what someone says or what someone thinks. Now, you're supposed to go back to the reading and underline the phrases in the passages on page 79 and 80 that link a person or people with what they say or believe. Looking for words like believe that, says that, and so on. So, pause the video, go back to the reading, again, as long as you need now. Okay, welcome back. You should have gone to the reading and underlined the correct phrases. Here are the answers. I'm just going to let this scroll and then we will go over them. Okay, in paragraph 2, report that. Again, you should have underlined that. Paragraph 3, think that, believe that. Paragraph 4, believes that, says that. And paragraph 5, points out. And then the part that I read to you about the cards, blue is actually red and yellow is actually green. Anyways, text at the bottom of the page believes that. So when they said that believed that they did better when they were wearing the lab coats. Okay, so you need to write this, or you need to go back and look one more time and underline what you see here. Okay, pause the video for as long as you need now. Okay, you've gone back and corrected any mistakes that you may have made, and you're ready to move on. So let's go. All right, here we have a Venn diagram. Now, according to the passage, who says or reports the following statement? So, write each statement A, B in the Venn diagram. Was it the researchers, or was it Quirk, or was it both of them? So there is science behind our style. Symbolic clothes influence how people work. Our clothes are like a second skin. People should pay more attention to what they wear. All right, for as long as you need, I think here you just have to just do the letters. But anyway, for as long as you need now. Okay, so welcome back. Whether you did only the letters or you actually wrote it down, however you did it, let's check your answers. Okay, so the researchers said there is a science behind our style. Symbolic clothes influence how people work. Okay. Work said people should pay more attention to what they wear. And both of them, or if you wanted to think of it like this, all three of them, Galinsky, Adams, and Quirk. So researchers and Quirk, our clothes are like a second skin. All right, so you know what I'm going to say. You need to write this down. Okay, you can pause the video for as long as you need now. Okay, welcome back. You have written down what you needed to write down and you're ready to move on. So let's go. All right, so these are time order words, but of course they're used in all types of writing. So, understanding a process, meaning steps that are taken, hence, first, next, and so on. All right, so what happened in Galinsky and Adams's experiment? Put the steps into the correct order by writing 1 to 4 in the correct order, and then add a sequence word for each step. The first one has been done for you. Where, no, what was the first thing and the word next? Okay, and for the bottom here, building vocabulary, find the bold words in the passage on pages 79 and 80, then complete the sentences with the correct word. So you're going to look for the words in bold in the reading, and then put those words in bold in the correct blank space. So this is a lot, I know, but this is a video, so you can pause the video for as long as you need now. Okay, you have unpaused the video or hit play, your spacebar, I think. So here we go. Here are the answers. First, we have the correct order and which sequence word or time order word in which space. Okay, 2. Next, participants looked at words, each written in a different color. Okay, I just want to, we already know what 1 is going to be, right? We know that 1, D, is going to be first. The researchers gave some participants white coats to wear. We know that. Okay. 4, so this would be the last step, right? 4, we know that's going to be finally. Finally, the researchers counted the correct items. 3, the participants said the colors, not the words. So we know it's going to be then the participants said the colors, not the words. Okay, so here is the order in which it's written. And you can go and look at the reading. I believe this is the one about the cards. First, the researchers gave some participants white coats to wear. Next, the participants looked at words, each written in a different color. Then the participants said the colors, not the words. Finally, the researchers counted the correct items. Okay. Now we're going to check your answers for building vocabulary, the words in bold in the reading. Remember earlier I said you could pause for as long as you need for both. So just in case, if you haven't done this yet, you can pause your video now. Okay. Find the bold words in the passage on pages 79, 80, then complete the sentences with the correct words. Your personal style is the way you dress. Quirk thinks people need to pay attention to what they wear. So here, of course, the words in bold were style, pay attention. A person's behavior is the thing that he or she does. Some workers, like nurses and waiters, wear a uniform to work. So the answers should be style, pay attention, behavior, uniform. All right, so for understanding a process and or building vocabulary, if you need to write any of this down, You can pause your video now. Okay. You're ready to move on, so let's move on. Okay, so now you're going to match each word with what they mean. So what is the meaning of creative? What is the meaning of perform, point out, luck? And then we have the start, and the next slide will be the rest of it. But you know what? We'll talk about that in just a minute. Right now, just do the matching. So only for the meaning of the word, pause the video now. Okay, so you have matched each word with what you think is the meaning of that word. Let's check. Creative, showing an ability to think of new ideas. Perform, to do an action or activity. Point out, draw someone's attention to important information. Luck, chance, fortune. All right, the answers are D, A, C, B. Okay, so getting meaning from context. Many words can be used as two or more parts of speech. For example, e.g. For example, noun, verb, Yeongsa, Dongsa. Each part of speech can have a different meaning. So, read the sentences taken from the passage on pages 79 and 80. Write the part of speech of the underlined word, then check the best definition. So we will do number one together. I'm just going to show you the answer. All right, so for number one, Quirk posts a photo of what she's wearing every day. So the underlined word here is post. What does that mean? What is that? It's a verb, and it means to put messages or signs where others can see them. So now that you understand what you should do, what part of speech is the underlined word, and what does it mean? So for the rest, you will have all the time you need because you can pause your video now. Okay, welcome back. So you have written the part of speech you think it is and what it means. So here we go. Scientists Adam Galinsky and Joe Adams report that there is a science behind our style. So the underlined word here is report. The part of speech is verb. And it means to tell people about a piece of research. The participants took a test that measured their ability to pay attention. Test, I think we all know what a test is. Another word for test could be exam, right? That's a noun, and it means a problem that measures a person's knowledge or ability. A police officer's uniform can increase the wearer's feeling of power or confidence. I think we all know what uniform is. Some of you may have had to wear a uniform when you were in high school. It's a noun. A special kind of clothing that is worn by everyone in a group or an organization. All right, so if you need to write this, correct it, whatever you need to do, you can pause the video now. Okay, welcome back, and you're ready to move on. So here we go. We're getting to the end here, as you know from following along in your book. Okay, critical thinking, inferring. Remember, I think a while ago I talked about inferring, meaning it's not said, it's not written, but it's understood. For example, the man walked downstairs, grabbed his umbrella and coat, walked outside and went to work. So we can infer that he was coming from upstairs. We can infer that it's raining or it might rain. We can infer that it's chilly or cold outside. And we can infer that he has a job. Okay, so inferring. What do you think wearing a white lab coat made, why do you think wearing a white lab coat made participants more confident and careful? I'm just going to show you, because it's long. Okay, participants in white lab coats partly viewed themselves as scientists or doctors and behaved in a way that they believe professionals in science tend to do. So, if you're writing this down, you can pause your video for as long as you need now. All right, so welcome back. You've written down, or you wrote this down for number one. As you can see, number two, not everyone will have the same answers. What other experiment might the researchers have used to test how closely people pay attention? And that was supposed to be you. What other type of research could they have done? And not everyone is going to have the same answer. And then here we have 4 women posed in the fashionable Harajuku district of Tokyo. I don't know if I said Harajuku, if that's how you're supposed to say it. And of course, it says here, explore more. You can watch Jessica Quirk's TED Talk. She actually has a TED Talk. It's pretty good. Okay, it says choose one of her outfits that you like best. So you can watch it. Think to yourself which one you like the best. You don't have to share it with the class. But if you want to know more, you can go to her blog or you can watch her TED Talk. All right, so that's it. See you in Zoom. And my plan is, of course, to talk about the speaking test. And what did I say at the start of this video? Any questions you might have, first listen to what I'm saying. Then near the end, when I say, does anybody have any questions, please ask. But I'm also making a video about it. So if you need to send me an email or a message, please watch the video first. If your question is not answered in the video, then send me an email or a message with the question that you have. And on that note, I'm going to say bye-bye. See you in Zoom.